What's up, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited because I have right here in front of me the new Lunar Beauty Moonshroom collection. I have the whole thing. This came in the mail today and I was so excited. Like, I did not plan on filming with this today. I had something else in mind, and when I got up this morning and was checking my email and going through everything, I got onto my informed delivery through USPS and I saw this was out for delivery and I said, okay, all filming must cease, everything must go on hold because I need to play with that collection. I am so excited for this. You have no idea. This is my first Lunar Beauty eyeshadow palette. I know, let that sink in. I do have the full fantasy eyeshadow palette in collaboration with Laura Lee Los Angeles, but I don't know if that's more of her formula, his formula, both formulas, I don't know. So this is my first official Lunar Beauty palette, and I don't know why. I really could not tell you. I have no reason behind why I've never picked up a palette. I love the lip products. I love the powder. So I don't know. I have no excuse, no reason, but I'm excited to play with this. We're going to create a couple of different looks. We're going to do some swatches. We're going to check it out. We're going to see if this collection is any good because, y'all, this eyeshadow palette, look at her. She's adorable. First of all, this packaging, the artwork is so pretty. It's like a beautiful mushroom village, and we have this fairy sitting on the moon. I absolutely love it. This is fairy tale and I'm here for it. I love the raised moon on the packaging, which I know is his signature thing. But this color story screamed my name because it has grungy goodness in it. It's got these grungy yellow tones, we've got greens, we've got purples, and this shimmer right here, this will be going on my lid at some point today. Some point during this video, this will go on my lid, but this is what the palette looks like right here. This palette is an 18 shade color palette. It does retail for $48. It is currently available on their website. Actually, all of this is currently available, but this is just beautiful. I love it. It's a stunner. I'm so excited to play with this. But that's not all in this collection. We also have 3 of his lip glosses, and I love his lip glosses. I only have one, but I love it. It's one of my favorites. It's so comfortable. It's just so beautiful on the lips. It's not sticky. It's not thick. It's not heavy. It's just beautiful. So we do have 3 different shades right here. We have Ella, which is this clear with a sparkle in it lip gloss. I will be trying all of these on. We will be doing some hand swatches, so we will get there in a little bit, but this is Ella. And then we also have Flora, which is a beautiful pink with a little bit of a sparkle in it, perfect for spring. And then last we have Soul, and this is a nude with a little bit of shimmer in it as well. And this color, this one right here, this is the one that I was excited about. Now, all of these do retail for $17 a piece. There are bundle options. I will put all of that pricing down in the description box, and I will let you know. I'll link to everything. All the details will be down there, as well as everything else that's on my face today, per usual. And some of those links may be affiliated links, so if you do choose to shop through them, I want to thank you for helping support me and my channel. It means a lot to me. But last in here, which this, I was squealing. I about fell out of my chair when he announced that he was doing highlighters, because I have heard his highlighters are amazing. I never got the palette that's got the Medusa on it. I'm sad that I missed out on that collection, and there was a reason behind it, and I can't remember why I didn't order it when it launched and then it was gone, and it was, anyways, that's not what this is about. But this is the Moonshroom highlighter palette, and it is a quad of highlighters. Now, I don't know if this one is going to work for my skin tone. This may be more of an inner corner shade, a topper for my eyeshadows, but these 3 shades I'm excited about. We have a pink highlighter. This is beautiful. We're gonna do some swatches with this one as well, and this one also retails for $36, and it has the same beautiful packaging as the eyeshadow palette. I'm excited. Can you tell I'm excited? How many times can I say I'm excited? But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and zoom y'all in just a little bit, and we're gonna create 2 different looks with the new Lunar Beauty Moonshroom collection. Alright, so I did zoom y'all in, and before we jump into the eye looks, I want to do some swatches. I want to put something on my lips, swatch out the lip glosses for you, swatch out the highlighters. I know you already saw swatches of the eyeshadow palette, but I want to do these live. These are a little bit easier to do on camera than those are. So let's go ahead and start with the lips. This is the shade Flora, and I'm just going to swatch this on the back of my hand. Now, he has an absolutely amazing lip gloss formula, like I said, but that is just a really pretty pink with a sparkle in it. I will be putting this on my lips at some point, but they smell just like a bakery, like so sweet, so sugary, so good. And then we have Ella. This one is beautiful as well. I don't know if you're gonna really be able to see this one because it is just like a clear with a shimmer to it, but it looks like it's got a little bit of an iridescent flip to it. That's really pretty. I'm so excited. And these feel just like the formula of the other one that I have. And then lastly, we have Soul. And let's put her right here. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. This one is definitely a little bit more pigmented, but that is so, so pretty. Okay, let's throw something on my lips because they are feeling a little dry and I need to. So I'm gonna go in with the Lunar Beauty lip liner. This is the shade Cocoa. And I'm just gonna go ahead and line my lips. I'm not going to completely fill them in, because I want to see what the gloss looks like a little bit, but I'm going to do like an ombre effect. Alright, so this is the shade Cocoa. I just went ahead and lined my lips and then took my finger and just kind of blended it out a little bit. I love his lip liner formula. Like I said, I like his lip formula. I have one of his lipsticks sitting right here. I have a liquid lipstick. I love it. But we're going to put Soul on my lips because this one is so, so pretty. And yeah, gorgeous. This is giving fall vibes for sure. This whole collection gives me like spring, summer, and fall vibes. Like this is one of those palettes that you could definitely use year round, even if you like to let the seasons kind of give you inspiration, or I don't want to say dictate how you use your makeup, but if you like to go more along the seasons with what makeup you use, this is one of those palettes that could definitely kind of stick around year round. But that is a beautiful shade. I love it. I'm here for it. Absolutely beautiful. Let's try on these highlighters. Let's do some swatches of these highlighters. I will put one on later in the video because I like to do my eyes and then, well, I'm gonna do 2 different looks, so maybe that's not gonna work. But usually I do my eyeshadow and then I pick out my blush and do a highlighter, but we're not gonna do it that way today. We're just gonna do this. So let's throw on some blush first. So I did pull out my Full Fantasy blush palette right here. I do already have this shade on as a bronzer. I lost the words, but this side, if it looks like a little patchy and weird, I have some like texture going on. I don't know what it's from. I don't know if it's from dryness or if it's from my skincare, but if it looks a little patchy over here, that's what it's from. But we're gonna throw one of these colors on. So I think we're actually gonna go in with this one right here, which is called Peachy Keen. So I'm going to grab a blush brush and we're gonna put some Peachy Keen on, and then we're gonna swatch some highlighters, and then we will jump into the eyeshadow palette. Gorgeous. Okay, so I have some color back in my cheeks. We're looking good. Let's go ahead and swatch these highlighters really quick. And I also want to do some side-by-sides with the two highlighters in this palette in case you have it and you're kind of on the fence as to whether or not you need it. Plus, I want to compare formulas as well. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with this shade right here, which is called Sugar. Ooh, these are so soft and silky. Like, oh, these are so pretty. I am a sucker for a highlight, and look at that. One swipe, it is beaming. It is not for the faint of heart, but that's gorgeous. I love it. Okay, let's do the next shade, which is gonna be this one right here called Tink. Now, like I said, I think there's only one in here that may not work for me, but this is Tink. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. That is definitely a little bit more of like a gold-based highlighter. Still beautiful. I think it may work for my complexion as well. We're gonna find out. I'm gonna try and use as many of these as I can as a highlighter to see what they look like on my skin. But let's go ahead and swatch this one right here, which is called Blossom. This is gorgeous. This may be kind of like blush topper-esque. Ooh, y'all, when I tell you I'm a sucker for a highlight, stunning, absolutely beautiful. And look at the reflect in those, like, they're beautiful. Okay, let's do this last one, the one in the bottom corner, which is called Sprinkle. I love the names too. I feel like this, like it's kind of giving, what's that, Smurfs vibes, like with the names of it. I love it. I watched Smurfs a lot when my boys were little. They loved the movies. Fun fact, I fell asleep during the second one in the movie theater. It was so boring and I was so tired. But anyways, that is Sprinkle, and look at, oh, so pretty. That's definitely going to be too deep for my skin, but I love that there's shades in here that work for everybody, because I do think like all three of these would work for deeper skin tones. All three of these would work for my skin tones, and if you have a medium skin tone, you can probably use all four. So I love that there's definitely more than one shade in here per skin tone. Sometimes you get that with a highlighter palette, so that makes me happy. But let me go ahead and do some comparison swatches from the two in the Full Fantasy palette. Now these do feel smoother and creamier than the two in here, but I'm gonna do these two right here. So this one is called Gold Fantasy, and then we have Nude Champagne. So let's do some Nude Fantasy. So that's Nude Fantasy. It's a little bit deeper than this one right here, but it's not quite as gold as this one. So it is a different shade. These two are probably similar enough that you could get away with like the same vibes, but we're doing this in case you have one and you're curious about getting the other. And then let's do Nude Champagne, and we're gonna do Nude Champagne right next to that one. So there is Nude Champagne. It's definitely deeper. It's not quite as deep as this shade right here, and it's a little bit pinkier than this one. So there's not really any overlap as far as shades go. So if you have the Full Fantasy palette, you can definitely expand on your highlighter range with the new Moonshroom palette. Like, you're not gonna have any crossover. The two shades in here are different. These two are probably the most similar, but they're different enough that, you know, if you're interested, you could definitely pick it up and not be disappointed. But let's go ahead and throw some of these on my cheeks. So I'm gonna grab a highlighter brush, and we're gonna use this one from Unearthly. This is an A2 brush, and I'm gonna start with the shade Sugar. So I'm just gonna dip in here, tap her off a little bit, and we're gonna go on this side with Sugar. Oh, that is so pretty. That's like a very wet looking highlight. It's not like a subtle lit from within highlight, but it's not a super beaming highlight either. It just has a beautiful glow. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, let me kind of wipe off my brush just a little bit, and we're gonna go in with Blossom on this side, which is that pinky shade, because I'm excited for this. I love a pink highlighter, and that one is gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. I love the way that looks on my cheek. I don't think that this is going to be dark enough as a cheek topper for me, but it's beautiful. And if I look straight ahead, I can't see either one of them until I turn. So I love that. That means that they are going to be perfect highlights for me. Let's do, what do we want to do? Let's do Tink, which is this one right here. I'm gonna do this one down my nose. So we're just gonna do a little bit right there, right down the center, and then right here. And that is beautiful. I don't know how well of a swatch that's gonna be. You did see the swatches in person, but that is a beautiful highlight, and I think it's gonna work really well for me also. Beautiful. Okay. Where can we put Sprinkle? I want to put Sprinkle somewhere. Let's put it on my temples. Why not? Why not? So we're just going to take Sprinkle, which is that darker highlighter shade. And yeah, that's going to be too dark for me, but it is still a beautiful shade. And honestly, this would probably be really pretty if I had like a matte like bronzer and I wanted to add like a little bit of shimmer. Okay, let's move on to the eyeshadow palette, the star of the show. I feel like it always is. So I'm just gonna go ahead and prime my eyes really quick with my matte paint pot. This is the shade Painterly. And then I'm gonna throw on some eyebrows real quick, and we're gonna create two different looks with this palette. All right, let's hop into this. I'm excited. I really want to play with this purple right here. Like, I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It's calling to me. I'm a purple lover, so I think I'm going to start with this shade and maybe deepen it with one of these other shades. I definitely want to put this on my lid, and then maybe something up here on my lower lash line. I don't know. We're going to start with that first shade, the purple, which is called Pixie Pop. And look at how cute, y'all. I have to show you. Like, look at how we have like the little fairies in some of these, and we have mushrooms. Like, the attention to detail in this palette is stunning. So pretty, so fun. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a Morphe M453 brush. I'm going to dip into that shade Pixie Pop, and I'm going to fluff this into my crease. That's pretty. Now this is definitely a more buildable formula. So if you've never used Lunar Beauty before and you're kind of in the same little realm as me, it's a more buildable formula, but it is going on very nicely. I'm not having any issues with it blending or patching or anything like that. And that's just a really, really pretty, like periwinkle, but like a little bit more on the purple side. All right, that looks beautiful. I'm loving the way that looks. Let's go ahead and let's jump right into some depth. So I'm gonna pick up this shade right here, which is called Pretty Poison. And I'm gonna pick this up with, yeah, this brush right here. This is a Sigma E54 brush. I'm just gonna pick that up, and we're going to lightly tap this into the outer corner because she's dark and I have a feeling she's gonna be pigmented. And she is, but that's beautiful. I'm like barely tapping into these shades. I'm not going in really hard. And I'm not getting any fallout either. That is so, so pretty. Those two colors blended beautifully. I didn't have any issues building up this color, and I love that. I love when a deep shade isn't like so pigmented that it kind of gets away from you, but it's a little bit more on the buildable side. So what do we want to do on the lower lash line? I kind of think I want to take this shade right here and just kind of like buff it along the lower lash line, not fluff it out and like really like disperse it a lot, but I don't want to tight line it either, so kind of somewhere in the middle. So this shade is called Dewdrop, and I am going to go in with a Game Beauty E08 brush. It's kind of a domed pencil brush. It's my favorite to use for doing something like this, and I'm just going to pick it up on the tip of my brush, and we're going to buff it on there. Oh, that's pretty. Hello, pigmentation. That's fun. I like that. I like that color. I think it looks pretty. It went down very nicely. I didn't have any issues. We're gonna do some shimmer real quick. So for shimmer, I definitely want to play with this shade, kind of keep this a little on the monochromatic side. And then for the inner corner, I'm kind of thinking maybe, I'm kind of thinking maybe one of the highlighters, because I feel like these are just a little too deep for my inner corner. I could do a bright pop, or I could go in with a nude, but I want to keep it on the shimmery side. So actually, you know what, we're going to try this one on the inner corner. This one is called Fairy Wings. So I'm going to go in with Witch's Hat all over my lid and then Fairy Wings on my inner corner. So I'm just going to put on some NYX glitter primer, as I always do before I go in with a shimmer, and then we're going to pop on those two shades. Okay, so here is Witch's Hat. That is so pretty. I love that. Very sparkly, very shifty. It's just a beautiful shimmer shade. It doesn't have like a flip to it. It doesn't have any texture. It's not a glitter. It's just a gorgeous shimmer shade, and I like that. Okay, let's pop the shade Fairy Wings into my inner corner. See what that one looks like. So I'm going to go in with my Morphe M213 brush. I'm going to pick that shade up and I'm going to spray it with a little bit of my MAC Fix Plus, just so I don't have any fallout, because I don't put glitter primer there and I don't want it to get all over my face. Oh, that's pretty. That was a good choice. I almost went in with one of the face highlighters, and then I decided to do this one, and that's very pretty. I really like that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this eye look, and then I will come back, show you the completed look, and we will move on to look number 2. Okay, so this is going to complete our first look, and this is beautiful. I love the way that this turned out. I'm excited about it. Everything performed beautifully. I'm really enjoying the formula of his eyeshadows. Let me show you what I used to finish off this look. So in my waterline, I went in with one of the NYX Epic Wear liners. This is the shade Turquoise Storm. And then for my lid, I lined it with my Half Magic Magic Flick liner. I'm figuring this out, and I'm really liking this. Like, once you figure it out, it's beautiful. I got just a nice thin line. And then for my mascara, I went in with my Blend Bunny Omni Lash Mascara. I also changed my lip. I just wiped off what I had, like kind of blotted it on a tissue, and then went over with the Flora lip gloss, and this one's beautiful. I really like this as well. But let's go ahead and do our second look over here. I want to play with these yellows. I really want to play with the yellows in this palette. I want to play with this shimmer as well. Like, I think this is going to be the one that's going to go on our lid, but I want to start with, we're going to start with this shade right here, which is called Lion's Mane. So I am going to, as everything is falling over on my desk, I am going to go in, where are you? I know you're in here because I washed all of my brushes last night. Okay, I'm going to go in with a Singe Beauty EO3 brush into that shade Lion's Mane. And again, I'm going to fluff this into my crease. Oh, that's pretty. That matches my top like almost perfectly. There is something about a grungy eyeshadow color that just, it pulls at my heartstrings every time, every single time. And I feel like the tones in this palette are absolutely perfect for, like I said, not only fall and spring, but summer. And that makes me happy because I feel like I will get a lot of use out of this palette, because I don't always let like the seasons completely dictate what I use. If I want to do grungy right now, I'm going to, but sometimes I like to pull a little bit of inspiration, and when I have a palette that's really versatile, yeah, it gets more use for sure. Beautiful. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, let's move on. Let's go ahead and deepen this up just a little bit first. So I'm gonna go in with this shade, which is called Chocolate Truffle, and it's absolutely perfect because that's a chocolate truffle color in my mind. And I am going to take a Singe Beauty EO4 brush. I'm gonna pick up that shade, and I'm just going to kind of deepen up my outer corner, bringing this about a third of a way in, because we're gonna deepen it up just a tiny bit more in a minute. Okay, I am feeling that. I love it. It looks like a sunflower on my eye. And in case you haven't noticed, I love yellow and brown together. I think they are such a stunning combination. It's like an everyday neutral eye, but with just that little pop of yellow in it. And I love it. I'm here for it. But let's go ahead and deepen this up just a tiny bit more. So we're gonna go in with this shade right here, which is called Fuzzy Foot, and I'm going to pop that in my outer corner just a touch. We're not going to let this get very far away from us, and I'm going to go in with a Singe Beauty EO5 brush, and I am very lightly going to put this right out here in that very outer corner, just kind of swirling and building up some depth, so we have a nice little gradient. Perfect. Okay, so now what I want to do is my lower lash line, and for my lower lash line, what do we want to do? We've done some green, we've done some purples. Let's do this shade right here, this kind of grungy green. This one's called Weeping Willow, so I want to put that one on first, keeping it a little tight like I did over here, and then I want to really blow it out, and I want to go in with this shade. So this one up here is called Meadow. So we're going to start with Weeping Willow, and then we're going to go into Meadow after that. So I'm going to grab, not that brush, let me find it. Here it is. I'm going to go in with my Sigma E42 brush, and I'm going to go ahead and tap in to Weeping Willow, and we're going to put this on my lower lash line. That is a beautiful shade. Okay, I'm going to take the same brush, I just wiped it off. I'm going to go into Meadow, and I'm going to kind of blow out right underneath it. Basically, I'm going in right where that crease is under here, kind of putting my brush in there and going back and forth, dispersing it, giving it a little bit of a softer gradient. Yeah, I like that. I like what that did. It added just a little bit. So let's go ahead and we're gonna do a shimmer on the shades. So I really want to play with this one right here. I think it's gonna bring in like a little bit of color and fun, and then I want to pop this in my inner corner. So we're gonna go ahead and go in with Magic Shroom, but of course I'm gonna put on my NYX glitter primer per usual on my lid, and then pop that shade on. Okay, that is so pretty. Now you could absolutely go in with one of like the gold shimmers or even that green shimmer in here and keep this a little bit more on the neutral side, but I'm extra and don't want to. Ooh. Oh, that's pretty. That is just an absolutely stunning color. It is everything I thought it would be. This may be my favorite shade in the palette because it has such a gorgeous like flip to it. It's not like a multi-chrome or a duochrome. It just has like some sparkle in it that kind of picks up on the other shades that are next to it, and it just kind of like blends and has like a chameleon moment on the lid. I wish I had more lid space for shades like this, but I don't. Okay, let's do that shade Honeysuckle on the inner corner because I am dying to pop that into my inner corner. It is so, so beautiful. Let's go in with, we're going to go in with a Rephr 13 brush. So I'm just going to pick this shade up, tap her off a little bit, and we're going to pop this right here in the inner corner for like a beautiful yellow moment. Kind of blend her in down there. Oh, that's fun. That is a lot of fun. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this look and I will come back and show you what this eye looks completed. All right, so this is going to complete the second look with this palette, and I love it. I absolutely love the way that this turned out. I love the way that both of these looks turned out. Let me show you what I used. So I did go in with my same mascara and liquid liner on this eye as I did on this one. And then for my waterline, I went in with a Give eyeliner in Greener Pastures. And then I changed my lip again. This time I went in with the same Cocoa lip liner from Lunar Beauty. And then I went in with one of his lipsticks. This is the shade Icon. This one right here on my lips, and then I just went over top with that last lip gloss, which is called Ella, and this is what it looks like. Absolutely beautiful, stunning. I love it. Let's go ahead and zoom out a little bit and chat about this collection. Okay, so now that our two looks are complete, I want to chat. So let's go ahead and start with the lip glosses first because this is a formula that I already know and love, and I think that these shades are beautiful. I really enjoy his lip gloss formula. Like I said before, it's just light, it's hydrating, it's not sticky, it's not overly pigmented on the lips, but it does give them just a little something something, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful formula. Like if you're looking for a good lip gloss, this one right here, he has a ton of other shades. I have the shade Bitchcraft. That's the one that I have, and I adore it so much. So I think these are beautiful. I'm so excited that he came out with more. And the packaging that these do come in, it matches. Hold on. So this is the packaging that the glosses come in. So it does come in the same packaging, but obviously once you take it out, it looks like the rest of his glosses. But this is a beautiful formula. I really enjoy it. And for 17 bucks, like, yeah, not only is it good for the price, but it's a really good formula. Okay, the highlighter palette. This is beautiful. One, I love that it's got 4 different shades, but they're not 4 different shades for 4 different skin tones. For the most part, you'll be able to use at least 3 of these for your skin tone, but these are beautiful. They're so soft, so smooth. They're not like a super beaming highlighter, but they just have like a wet look on the cheek, and I love that. Sometimes I want something just a little toned down. Sometimes I just want like a glow from within, but these are beautiful. I'm impressed with the formula. I'm hoping that he does more of these in the future because this is stunning. I love this formula. Like this is, like I said, it's so smooth and so beautiful, and this one's a good one. I'm excited to have that one and play with it. But let's talk about the eyeshadow palette because this is always the star of any collection in my opinion. But this is so cute. I love the packaging. I think it's beautiful. I love that he always incorporates his themes around the moon, and it has like this raised moon on it. It's beautiful and I'm excited, but let's open her up because the color story definitely matches the packaging. And again, I adore this color story. I think it's beautiful. We played with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of the 18 shades in this palette. So that's not bad. We did play with all but 5, and I love it. I'm a fan. I get it. I understand the hype. I think that this is such a beautiful formula, and I love that it's an indie brand. I feel like he really puts so much thought and work into his collections. He doesn't come out with collections all the time. He comes out with like, I think maybe 2 a year, and I love that because it gives you time to kind of take a deep breath, enjoy the one that he came out with before moving on to the next. So while it can be exciting when brands are constantly pumping them out and we get excited for them, it's always even more exciting when it's like, ooh, that brand that doesn't do a whole lot but just enough to kind of keep your interest peaked, they're coming out with a collection. And I feel like that's what his brand is. So I'm excited. I'm sad that I slept on the brand as long as I did, but this is beautiful. I really do enjoy it. I do feel like we probably could have gotten maybe a little bit more of some variation in the shades, but I'm not mad about it at all. Like, I do absolutely love it. I love that we've got some purples in here because I am a sucker for purples. The greens are beautiful. The neutrals, these shimmers are absolutely stunning. They're so smooth and just shiny and foily on the lid. I'm excited. I love this collection. I'm so excited that I picked it up. I'm happy to have it. And I think I'm definitely a Lunar beauty girly now. Like, I want to pick up more from the brand. Let me know which eyeshadow palettes are your favorite, because I've heard that the something Prism palette, it's like his neutral one. I've heard that one is like phenomenal, and I go to pick it up and then I don't for some reason, and then something else comes out and like, ooh, I get distracted with something shiny over here. But let me know what your favorites are from the brand, and I would love to try them out. Let me know what you think of the looks that I created. Which one is your favorite? Did you pick up this collection? Are you interested in this collection? What do you think? Let me know all of your thoughts down below. Let's have that chit chat. Let's comment. Let's light up that comment section down there because I want to know. And as always, I want to thank you for spending your time with me and watching my video. It means so, so much to me. And if you did like this video, please give it a big thumbs up before you leave. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click on that notification bell so that you can be notified of all my future posts here on my channel. I do post quite a few videos every single week, most days, if not every day, and I wouldn't want you to miss one. But until my next video, have a good one. Bye.